Would you pay to stay in an Indian prison? Well, Malaysian tourists did. Why? I don't know. Let's find out, because that seems weird. The story's from India Today. 2 Malaysian tourists flew all the way to India this weekend to spend time in a Sangra-ready prison, where anyone can stay and experience the life of a prisoner by paying hundreds of dollars for a day. Who would pay money to stay in a prison? You have to be out of your mind. Hundreds of dollars? No, you pay me hundreds of dollars to stay in a prison. The Telangana Prison Department runs the unique jail tourism program called, quote, Feel the Jail, where a regular person can spend 24 hours inside a prison, which was built during the Nizam era in 1796. So not only do I got to stay in a prison, I got to stay in a prison that's over 100 years old and probably has, like, no amenities. This is a bad deal. Both of the Malaysians were received by the jail officials, and after the formalities, both were given prisoner clothes, blankets, mugs, plates, and were then sent inside the jail. You know, if you want to save some money, you can just lock yourself in a closet for several hours and pretend that you're in solitary confinement. You don't really have to go through all these lengths to fly to India, give them all this money. Speaking to India Today, the jail superintendent said that both thoroughly enjoyed their stay and were kind of mesmerized with the history of the jail and the life of a prisoner. Till now, 47 people have experienced this unique tourism facility. We're hoping to see a major uptick in the amount of tourists that travel here to experience the jail because our local news media outlets have covered it. Yeah, and also because people are stupid. During the 48-hour stay inside the jail, they spent time doing gardening, cleaning, and other work assigned to them as prisoners. They did not cook their own meals, but instead had an Indian meal that was cooked by other inmates inside the jail. This is so strange. The jail was open for tourists in June 2016, and since then, many a regular person has stayed in the prison. Why? I don't know. I suppose you could chalk this up in that category of people who like to pay a dominatrix to beat the crap out of them and step on their face. There's a bunch of people out there that like that stuff. They go and they give a woman all this money and she beats the crap out of them in a room. This is kind of like that, I'd imagine. But man, do you got to really fly to India to do it? I mean, you probably just get a DUI over here and spend the weekend in the prison in the US. So my question to you weirdos is, would you love to spend a weekend in an Indian jail, and why? There's got to be a couple of you weirdos that want to do that. By the way, don't forget to favorite my station, Weird AF News, so you can keep the weird stories coming to you all week long. Also, please feel free to call in, make a comment or an applause break, or share my stories if you think your own listeners want to hear them on your station. This is Jonesy with Weird AF News.